Okay, when I was growing up, one of the very popular shows was Saved by the Bell, which had it was Mark Paul Gosling, Mario Lopez, Dustin Diamond, Lark Voorhees, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and Elizabeth Berkly. And this was one of the more popular shows when I was growing up. Elizabeth Berkly played the character of Jessie Spano, who was the the super conservative, really intelligent, kind of stuck-up girl who was Mario Lopez, AC Slater's girlfriend. So she decided that she wanted to be in a movie that was going to help her break free of that stereotype and to allow to show people that she was more of an adult and ready to take on more adult roles. This one brings to the movie Showgirls, which is NC-17. This, of course, came out when I was in high school. Now, before the internet became huge, when movies of this nature came out, they were one of those, to show that I'm more mature, I'm going to do a movie where I'm going to be nude. If you wanted to have any idea what she looked like, as opposed to now you just type in someone's name and there's every photo you want to see of them, you actually had to see movies. And also before the internet, you had less opportunities to know if a movie was bad or not. You had hope that you knew somebody who saw it. Or you had to watch a critic. So that brings us to this movie, which was initially designed to be this, like, erotic drama about a girl trying to make it big in Las Vegas as a dancer, who essentially does. However, her dreams of being essentially a huge showgirl in Vegas take certain detours, with her working in strip clubs and eventually also working in the occasionally amazing world of erotic dancing in Las Vegas. This movie, for the most part, is just one of those bizarre, I'm going to see if I can, me as a director and as a producer, we're going to see if we can hire the following like 4 people. Just to see if we could get them naked on camera. This movie is not what Elizabeth Berkly thought it was going to do for her career. It didn't skyrocket her to the top. In fact, her only other major film release, I think it was, Any Given Sunday, where she played the high-class escort for Al Pacino's character. So yeah, her 2 huge movies were her as a stripper erotic showgirl and as a high-paid escort. So what was the plot behind this movie? Well, she was a good dancer, came over to Vegas, couldn't quite break into, the actual showbiz of doing the high-profile shows. Instead, she had working in some strip clubs. Somebody who ran one of the shows saw that she was a very good dancer, and then offered her a spot in one of the shows. She could dance with a very I'll just say lustful style, for lack of better terminology. And then that's when the whole world of, in order to get ahead in essentially the world of naked dancing, you need to be able to put out more than your competition. This is where the erotic drama part takes over. But the dialogue is so poorly written that it borders on being absolutely ridiculous. So essentially, it's just Elizabeth Berkly being nude every now and then, while a really poorly written movie is going on around her. There's a scene where someone goes, "That's a really nice dress. Thanks. It's Versace." Showing that she doesn't know how to say Versace, therefore saying that she's kind of an idiot. Or the ever classic, she meets up with a guy who is helping her dance. I guess what he more or less does is find good dancers and then sleeps with them. He begins to opine about how life used to be. And then, quote from the movie, and then everyone got AIDS and shit. And it's said with that much intensity. You know, man, I used to be great, and then everyone got AIDS and shit. So at the end of the day, this is one of those movies that came out, when I was in high school. It was NC-17, so it had a lot of bizarre hype to it. That it was linked to Saved by the Bell. And this movie bombed. It bombed huge. Why? Because you can't base a whole movie around, you know what? I think people probably want to see this person naked. And then craft around it a poorly written, bad movie. And that is Showgirls.